Ready for the start of the second quarter of this first round IHSA playoff game between the Blue Devils of Villa Grove and the Cougars of West Central. Alongside Alan Patton, Jerry Girardi here. And as we start the second quarter, West Central on offense. In the midst of this drive, a 2nd and 10 from Villa Grove's 48-yard line. The last play, a running play going nowhere. But here is Austin Bays, number 21, the ball carrier. And once again, a host of blue jerseys in on the stop. I'll tell you, it was almost like a blue wave there. That was a shorter wave, and then the one before that was a huge wave of blue shirt defenders there. So
Noah Palmer and Wyatt Beasley in on the stop. They're going to say no forward or give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage.
For the second straight play, boy, there. The line to make is the 37 of Villa Grove for West Central. And Corey Barnett in the shotgun, gonna hand off to brother Drew around the left side. Drew Barnett.
He's gonna be short of the first down, but he got about 5 or 6 on the play. And brought down at about the 41-yard line. So a gain of 6. And it's gonna be 4th down and 4 for the West Central Cougars. Now we got a clock was stopped. I guess he went out of bounds over on the far sideline.
I'm not surprised here they're going for it, Alan. In Villa Grove real estate.
Yeah, you're down 2 touchdowns already. You need to get something going. Here's Bass coming around the right side. He is not going to make it, and Villa Grove will get the ball on downs. Again, Noah Palmer, Shane Frick on the stop. And it's going to be 1st and 10.
For the Blue Devils, yeah. Where they going to put it there, Alan?
I think they're going to put it right at the 40, so he got about a yard, Bays did, but he didn't get the 4 he needed for the first down. So it's Villa Grove 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. So
he did get the 4 yards, but was laterally, though.
Well, yeah,
north-south.
That doesn't count.
Okay, thank you. Henderson on the quarterback, rolled out complete. Oh, incomplete, looking to hook up there with Shane Frick there. 2nd down and 10.
Villa Grove throwing a little bit more than they usually do. Henderson's already attempted 6 passes, and that's right around what he's averaging on the season as far as pass attempts. He's completed 3 of them so far.
Henderson gonna keep it, 45 to 50. And
he's gonna be, I think he just got over the midfield stripe. Let's see, they're gonna call it a first down.
He needed 10 and he got a 10.
Got 10 and an inch, I think.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 for Villa Grove at midfield.
10.5 to play, second quarter.
5 first downs unofficially for the Blue Devils in the first half. Henderson got the handoff, but there are 2 flags on the play.
One in the backfield.
And one was thrown by the line judge on this side. May have been after the play. One might have been a hold, and the other one might have been some extracurricular activity. The officials talking it over with Jacob Crockett, a captain from West Central. Personal foul, Villa Grove. Personal foul, West Central. So, let's see.
I think the first one was during the course of play. Well, anyway, it's a walk-off for the Blue Devils. One outweighed the other.
Okay, so the ball is at the 32. So, okay.
All right. Hubbard in motion, going to take the pitch. Right side, Austin Hubbard breaks one tackle. Austin Hubbard close to the 20. as he takes a pitch, goes down the right side, but hold everything, folks. More yellow laundry thrown on the field here at Ruskier Field.
We'll see what the call was.
Mark Brooks, our referee.
Illegal shift against Villa Grove, so that'll negate the carry. That's the second penalty for 10 yards on the Blue Devils.
A stoppage of play takes us to 9:58 left in the first half. Noah Palmer, number 4, is split out wide to the left side. And Shane Frick is in the slot. Hubbard is wing left. Gabe Palmer is wide right. Tarion Price, the lone set behind Henderson, gets the call.
You got to get to the 30, back to the 35.
So 1st and 15 becomes 2nd and 13.
Price has carried 6 times for 19 yards. Henderson, the leading rusher, with 45 yards for the Blue Devils.
Henderson rolling, looking, throwing, incomplete, looking for Shane Frick at about the 10-yard line.
Frick looked like his cleats caught on the grass. I don't know if he's trying to slide to make the catch, but he just couldn't get down, and he kind of tripped up a little bit. So it's going to be 3rd down and 13 for the Blue Devils. Frick coming in from the sideline, or back to the slot on the left. Noah Palmer wide left. Here's a little swing pass to Hubbard. He gets away from one man. He's still on his feet, and he is going to be in for the touchdown. But there's a flag on the play.
Number 4, Noah Palmer there may have, I'll tell you, Noah Palmer with a nice block out there, but was it too good of a block out there as he paved the way for Hubbard?
Flag was thrown at about the 26-yard line, holding against Villa Grove. So that's going to take away the touchdown.
I think Noah Palmer was a little too enthusiastic there, perhaps, on the block out there.
Ball goes back to the 36-yard line. Illegal block in the back is what the call is. 3rd down and about 14. They have to get to the 22-yard line for a 1st down.
9:15 left, first half. Tarion Price in motion. And here's, incomplete. Oh, look.
Villa Grove fell on it. Wyatt Beasley fell on it. Might have been thought it was a lateral and a live ball. So a loss back to the 41. And it's going to be 4th down and about 19.
Yes.
And looks like Hubbard is going to punt.
And Austin Bays is back deep to receive for the
Hubbard
Cougars.
will be kicking into the wind. A low line drive. It's going to go out of bounds inside the 20 at about the 15-yard line.
Pretty good punt considering the weather conditions, into the wind, and that was a good punt there. I'll say that.
Well, it kind of pins West Central back a little bit in their own territory, and that certainly helps. So West Central taking over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. Coming to the near side as a tight end is number 32, Chris DeGroot. And Noah Palmer comes up with the football. I don't know who was.
Yes.
And it was a fumble, and Villa Grove recovers. So that is the second turnover for West Central. Ball went up the middle on a running play, got loose. And it's 1st and 10, Villa Grove at the 20-yard line of West Central.
Henderson under center. Handoff Terrion Price inside the 15. And a little bit extra there.
Price just inside the 15. We're going to call it the 14, so a gain of 6.
Big game for Noah Palmer today.
Yeah, he's
offensively, special teams, and
on the defense.
Yes, sir. Handoff Terrion Price to about the 10.
Let's see.
Oh, they got to measure this one maybe. It's really, really close.
Let's see.
7:44 left first half.
Officials, the referee coming over to the.
If it's our first down, it's not by much, I'll tell you. Oh,
short by inches. That'll be 3rd down, less than a yard.
And beware the trickery of John Henderson.
Single setback, heavy concentration to the left side. He's going to take it himself, and he's got the first down.
1st and goal to go, Blue Devils. 7:33 left, first half. And public address announcer Mike Pangburn with the enthusiastic announcement there.
Gain of a couple on the play for Henderson. So he takes it on the quarterback sneak. Terrion Price, a single setback. Handoff for the wingback Hubbard.
He is in! Touchdown, Villa Grove! And boy, did he bust it up the middle there, banging off tackles and getting into pay dirt.
So 4 plays after the recovered fumble. Hubbard goes over for the score to make it 20-0 in favor of the Blue Devils. Bjorn Oberg will attempt the extra point.
3rd straight game, Austin Hubbard has had a rushing touchdown from, going back to from week 8 of the regular season.
And we've got a delay call against Villa Grove. Oberg 2 of 2 on the extra points today, and by our count that makes him 35 of 51 in that category, but he may have to kick it from about 5 yards farther back.
Against the wind.
Against the wind, so we'll see how Bjorn does. Henderson gets a snap. The kick is low and blocked.
Brandon Reed, number 34.
So, the score holds at 20-0 in favor of the Villa Grove Blue Devils.
7:22 left in this second quarter. How many plays was that drive there, Alan?
4 plays, 20 yards after the recovered fumble. Noah Palmer recovered the fumble at the 15, or rather at the 20. And as we said, 4 plays later, Villa Grove on the board for the 3rd time this afternoon.
They had to get some points on that drive considering where they started from this. So they taking advantage of opportunities there, and the Villa Grove cheerleaders and our own Celeste Rogers leading the cheers. Celeste Rogers in the stands there, and the cheerleaders doing their thing. So far, so good for the home team, Blue Devils, here in the first round
You know, Jerry, one of the question marks people would probably have about Villa Grove is the fact that they've only had one real close game this year, and that was the Cerro Gordo game. That was the only one decided by less than double digits, and it went against the Blue Devils. But so far, they're taking command of this football game, and they've got a 3-touchdown lead midway through, or approaching the midway point of the second quarter.
A low squibber there. And it is going to be picked up there by Bays from his 20. Across the 30 to about the 34-yard line.
And the ball is going to be spotted. Well, we're going to call it 34-yard line. Cole Evans and Wes Lashmut, the tight ends for West Central, although Chris DeGroot in there at tight end right now. Corey Barnett, the quarterback.
Bays is split out. Barnett fires looking for Bays, incomplete. And Bays had Miller beat by a couple yards there, but the ball also was ahead of Bays' route there down the far side.
That's only the second pass attempted by Barnett. The first one was intercepted by Austin Hubbard.
That was that wounded duck there.
Yeah. But he had time that time, and it looks like he's got a strong arm, but just overthrew his intended receiver. Coming over the ball at center is number 54.
And he was throwing with the wind in his favor there.
Well, looks like Jacob Crockett now playing center for the Cougars.
Drew Barnett on the jet sweep far side. He gets about, we'll say about 4 yards there.
Yeah, call it the 38, where they're going to mark it.
7 minutes and 1 second left.
3rd and 6.
First half.
Jacob Crockett, 5'11", 210-pound senior, manning the center spot. Here's Bays with a handoff around the right side. He's going to get across the 40 to about the 42. So they're still going to be a couple yards short.
Reef Sec 31 and Noah Palmer was there defensively here.
So 4th and 2.
Uh-oh, as a Patriots fan, know what that's like, 4th and 2. It's hit or miss.
West Central hasn't punted yet. Corey Barnett, I don't know if he's in punt formation. Yeah, kind of a quick kick. And it's just going to roll, and it may head for the end zone. And yeah, Barnett was not quite, it was a kind of a deep shotgun formation, a short punt formation. He got the snap and booted it down the field. So that was about a 58-yard punt with the roll.
Yeah, don't want to take any offensive chances there, with, especially in that
you're
field position.
Down 3 touchdowns in your own territory. It's not a good idea to try to go for it.
Here comes the Villa Grove offense. First down and 10 from the 20. Henderson under center. And he handed off there to Terrion Price, and
he got about three on the play.
6 minutes left, first half. 20-0 Blue Devils.
At the end of the play, Brandon Reed kind of wanted to make sure that John Henderson didn't have the ball and put him on the ground. Some of the Blue Devil fans did not like that maneuver.
Another inside run there. And Terrion Price takes it between the tackles, and
he's going to be about the 28, I think.
Yes, sir.
Going to be 3rd and a couple. Trips formation to the near side.
Palmer, Frick, and Hubbard. 34, 14, and 32 respectively.
And Noah Palmer goes wide to the right side.
And he's got a touchdown catch, and Henderson is going to keep it. Has room on this side. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35. Pushed out of bounds inside the 35, but not before. A first down for the Blue Devils. Trevor Cawthon, number 24, with a touchdown saving tackle for the Cougars.
He got a nice wall of blocking. About a 40-yard carry for Henderson. And it's going to be 1st and 10, Villa Grove at the West Central 32-yard line. 8 first downs in the first half for the Blue Devils.
That's probably the secret to Villa Grove, the all-senior offensive line there. All-senior starting offensive line. That's good continuity there. And
we've got a whistle. And he also got, he had that trips formation to the left side, and they kind of moved back in and kind of set up a wall for Henderson to go around. So you have to give credit to Gabe Palmer and Hubbard and Frick, who are out there.
Yes, sir.
5-yard.
Yes, sir.
5-yard penalty against Villa Grove. Going to make it 1st and 15 back at the 37-yard line. That's their 4th penalty for 27 or for 20 yards.
That does help when you have receivers who can not only catch, but they can block and do the
dirty work.
Yeah, exactly.
Not all glamour.
On 1st and 15.
Price gets the handoff up the middle, and he gets back to the 35. Price has carried the ball 11 times. 38 yards. 2nd and 13.
Right on the 35.
2 wing backs. Now Hubbard goes in motion.
Price again taking the handoff. Slight gain there, maybe no gain. Be 3rd and long nonetheless for the Blue Devils.
It's back at the 35, so that's going to be a no gain. 3rd down and 13 for Villa Grove. Started this drive at the 20 after the touchback on the punt, or quick kick, whatever you want to call it. It was a 4th down, and so it wasn't really a big surprise, but it just didn't look like a normal punt formation.
Needing to get to the 23 of West Central. Henderson fires over the middle. Incomplete, and there is flags interference as Gabe Palmer was impeded there by number 24, Trevor Cawthon.
Tyler Colt is back there too. If I was West Central, I don't know what the uncatchable, if there's uncatchable rules in high school, but that ball was over the head and looked like it was downfield when the Villa Grove receiver was hit. But they're going to say, a penalty just the same. That's the 2nd for West Central. 1st and 10 at the 20. So that's 9 first downs for the Blue Devils.
Handoff to Price. And a flag was thrown in the midst of Terrion's run off the left side.
Looked like it came in from the far sideline. Looks like on the far side of the field.
3:50 left first half.
Nope.
Wave the flag off.
No flag. So a gain of about 3. 2nd and 7. Ball about the 17-yard line.
Hubbard in motion. Henderson to keep it. 10. Spins towards the 6.
Drew Barnett in on the tackle. Number 44. Ball going to be marked at the 11. Or check that. It's going to be at the 6. So that's a
John Henderson's jersey number. And let's see if John Henderson's jersey number will be lit up on the scoreboard as Blue Devils are once again.
Price, a single setback.
Close to Peter. Yes, sir. Terrion Price up the middle, and
they might give him a yard. That'll be 2nd and goal.
3 minutes left, first half, 20-0 in favor of the Villa Grove Blue Devils here in this first round IHSA playoff matchup here on DouglasCountyDigest.com.
Second goal for the Blue Devils. Wide receiver is Gabe Palmer to the right.
Henderson, try to take it around the right side there by himself there, called his own number, and he got tackled there. Austin Bays amongst the defenders there. So 3rd and goal for the Blue Devils with 2:17 left in this first half. On the far hash mark they are.
Noah Palmer goes wide to the right along with Gabe. Now he comes in tight. And we've got some motion. A flag thrown and Henderson dropped, but illegal motion I think is going to be the call against Villa Grove.
There was some movement, yes sir.
Looks like it's going to be illegal procedure against the Blue Devils. Move the ball back to about the 8. And I think if there's one thing that Chad Musselman not happy about, the number of penalties. That's 5 for 25 yards. They've all been minor ones, but.
No, it'll be 3rd down. It'll be 3rd down. It shouldn't be 4th down, should it? Hey, wait a minute.
If it's a procedure, is it?
They
declined it, so instead of 3rd down and goal, it's 4th and goal because of the
what?
What's he? What?
Oh, okay. That's where Henderson was dropped for a loss. So the ball. Now we've got a timeout called by Villa Grove.
2:05 left, first half.
Ball at the 6-yard line. So it's 4th down and goal from the 6. A loss of 3 on the play for Henderson, and Villa Grove taking the timeout. The officials conferring.
They declined the penalty. They declined the penalty. They took the play instead.
Now Chad Musselman over on the out on the field talking to the officials.
Because usually procedure penalties are not. You can't. A defensive team can't decline a procedure penalty.
I don't know.
Unless it was an illegal shove or some unorthodox or.
The wing back on the right side kind of leaned forward when Noah Palmer came over and went to the tight end spot on the right side. And might have been Hubbard kind of moved a little bit. And then they didn't immediately blow the play dead. Mm-hmm. Henderson ran it and was dropped for a loss.
And
so it's 4th down and goal at the 6 for the Blue Devils.
Price in motion. Henderson rolls this way, throws, and it's caught by Gabe Palmer for the touchdown. That's one way to convert on 4th down. And Gabe Palmer makes it 26-0. With a 6-yard touchdown catch, and his brother Noah Palmer with a touchdown catch earlier. Gabe Palmer was unopposed in the end zone there, and
Oberg coming in. I don't know if he looks like he's going to be the kicker. So they're going to try the extra point. Try to kick the extra point, I should say.
Good protection for Henderson on that touchdown pass there.
And it's a short snap, a fake. And let's see who ran it. It's good.
2-point conversion. Carried that in.
Is that Noah?
Couldn't tell who ran it in. There's a short snap was taken, and so 28-0 in favor of the Blue Devils.
I'm going to take a guess here and say it was Noah Palmer maybe up the middle because he was in the end zone there, but that's completely unofficial there. But
hey, I live my life on the unofficial stats. So
Gabe with a touchdown catch, and Noah possibly there with a 2-point conversion, and it's 28-0 in favor of the Blue Devils with exactly 2 minutes left, first half.
That's the second touchdown catch of the season for Gabe Palmer. And Villa Grove with a 28-0 lead marched 80 yards. The kickoff is bounced up the middle, is taken by number 34, Brandon Reed, and he's brought down at about the 42-yard line.
Kickoff was taken by number 34.
And when was Gabe Palmer's first touchdown catch? It was the last game of the season last week against East Central.
He's been...
and he was coming on, you were saying too, Alan. He's been coming on and...
Yeah, had 4 catches against Cerro Gordo, then 2 the last 2 weeks against Trice County and East Central.
And by the way, I quote my colleague Alan Patton there. He said those words. You were coming on there, so I don't want to take credit for that. In the meantime, Beasley rushing the quarterback, Corey Barnett, and Corey Barnett takes it across the 45. Noah Palmer with the tackle there after maybe about 4 yards to about the 46. We'll call it 3 at about the 45-yard line.
Well, yeah, 45, I guess, so a gain of 3.
A minute 20 left, first half. Barnett on the shotgun blitz coming, and it's incomplete. Shane Frick there, number 14, putting the heat on Corey Barnett.
Austin Bays was going over the middle, and I don't think he was anticipating the pass because that hit him in the leg as he came over the middle.
Yeah. 3rd and 7 as a result. They need to get to Villa Grove's 48 to keep the drive alive. There's a minute 12 to play in the half, and Bays goes into motion far side. Barnett, Frick again coming on in the backfield, and the pass is incomplete. Austin Bays, the attempt receiver, and a flag comes in. Jake Reefsek was covering there. I thought Reefsek got there at the right time there.
Stephen Miller also back to cover for Villa Grove.
And head coach Chad Musselman and company not too thrilled.
One of the coaches is up on the field jumping up and down, and they call interference against Villa Grove. And again, I think I'm going to have to question that one. 5th penalty for Villa Grove.
Because yeah,
going to put the ball at the 40 of where are they?
35.
They put it at the 35. That's about a 20-yard penalty.
The 1st and 10, West Central.
Here's Barnett around the left side. Drew Barnett still on his feet. Well, we'll say that's a 20-yard penalty then.
Was it at the midpoint between the line of scrimmage?
It should be from the original line of scrimmage. Should be a 15-yard walk-off. There's got a timeout called. The ball at the 32-yard line. Gain of about 3 for
Drew Barnett.
I
gotta say, that was a nice piece of running. Some nice blocking there by West Central there. A good cutback. 55.6 seconds left here in this first half. A 28-0 Villa Grove lead through it all.
You hate to complain about the officials because they're doing the best they can, but it kind of makes you wish for the college and pro game where they have a microphone on the referee so he can kind of explain what went on. because the line of scrimmage was the West Central 45. And a 15-yard walk-off should have put it at the 40, but they moved it to the 35 instead of Villa Grove. So, I don't know.
2nd and 7. And here's a play action. Barnett fires down the field, and it's almost picked off there. Gabe Palmer had it for a brief moment there, but it's going to be 3rd down and 7. Nice play there by Gabe Palmer nonetheless, and he says, oh, I wish I had. Oh, almost. 3rd and 7.
Cole Evans coming out of the ball game at one of the tight end spots.
Interesting, there was like a play action there that they could have handed off, but instead they went down the middle, and fortunately for the Cougars, it was an incompletion.
DeGroot to the right side along with Drew Barnett. Here's a double reverse, fumble on the play.
Bjorn Oberg.
And Villa Grove comes up with it. Bjorn Oberg, the 6', 218-pound senior, recovers the fumble.
West Central try to get fancy there. The double handoff there, and a sea of blue. Oh, they were all closing in on the backfield, and Blue Devils made them pay. 45.5 seconds left first half, and the Blue Devils back on offense in front, 28-0.
West Central tried to reverse. Bays came around to the near side. Looked like he was going to hand it off to somebody, but then he lost the football.
Henderson looking for Frick, incomplete. Frick had a good jump on the cover guy, Austin Bays there. He's 2nd and 10. I'll tell you, good pursuit by the Blue Devils in that play there. Good. 41.5 to play first half. Gabe Palmer wide left. Noah Palmer wide right. Hubbard, the wingman in motion. Terrion Price is going to provide some blocking for John Henderson, who goes down the left sideline. And he's inside the 25-yard line to about the 23. First down, Blue Devils, 37-yard play. I'll tell you, John Henderson, blessed with those fleet feet. Good blocking around him there, and you saw the result.
Henderson over the 100-yard mark for the football game unofficially.
He brings him in some pretty good field position. How many times have we mentioned key play John Henderson of many a Villa Grove drive this season?
Well, they've done a good job making up for the loss of Ryan Pierce with Henderson carrying the ball, and today Henderson throwing the ball, and Terrion Price playing the fullback spot for the Blue Devils. So they've done a good job for the last 2.5 games making up for the loss of Ryan Pierce, and hopefully he will be healthy for next week's game should Villa Grove survive and advance.
29.6 seconds to play. First half, 1st and 10. Henderson on the keeper, spinning across the 20 to about the 17-yard line. And Coach Musselman and company said, keep on going, guys. No huddle it. 2nd and 5, they mark it at the 18. Terrion Price,
and we've
I
got
believe, or
timeout called.
Or was that was Henderson again?
Okay.
I beg your pardon, to about the 15, about a couple yards shy of first down yardage. Timeout with exactly 5 seconds left, and does West Central believe in miracles with 5 seconds to play in the first half?
Well, they're going to have to believe in something because they're finding themselves down 28-0 here in the first half. And they are, as we mentioned earlier, they're not a team that that throws the ball a lot. Barnett has only attempted 35 passes coming into the game, and he's tried 4 and has not completed one to a member of his own team. He's 0 for 4 with 1 interception. So they may find themselves between the rock and the hard place here in the second half, unless they can really get that wishbone formation running in the second half.
Watch out for Shane Frick's ball to the right side. In the meantime, overthrown. Oh, it's picked off there by number 44, Drew Barnett. Drew Barnett with the interception, and he is down shortly thereafter. And that will take us to the end of the first half here at Ross Gear Field. The home team, Blue Devils of Villa Grove, 28, and the Cougars of West Central, nothing.